Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Shoes. We are here with our mini-series once again today. On our second episode, we have made progress since the first one, as you could imagine. But anyway, we do have quite a bit going on here. So just a little bit of a recap from last time. We finished our cargo production from our stone over to our construction material back to Port St. Lucie. Port St. Lucie, there we go. And right now we are moving very well at 80% increase toward our population. We also have public transportation inside. And we also did get a little bit of a head start on Montgomery and what we wanted to do here. We do have a few more things to do. Considering that last time our construction has leveled up over here, I'm thinking we get a second train going. So we're just going to get that set up. So let's dig right into it. Oh yeah, and I have my camera now because I found it. So that's some good news. Okay, so as of right now, things are a little bit difficult. And I'll explain why. Montgomery only can accept 20 construction materials at a time. So therefore, in order to be profitable, we need to increase that to at least 50. What I think we're going to do is we're going to have to make some sort of investment. So I want to grab this 10-wheeler. I'm not going to do the Atlantic yet because it's not necessary. We don't need the extra horsepower and the speed is the same. So yeah, and it's only going to cost us almost an extra 100,000. So we don't want to deal with that. We're going to stick with the 10-wheeler. And I'm saying we add 4 of these on. So 4 times 12 is what, 50 something? No, 48, there we go. So almost 50 material. So that would double our construction materials for that place. So I'm thinking what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to send this guy back to the depot and then add more carts once it starts to max out. So as of right now, I'm just going to leave 4 carts on there right now. We're going to buy this bad boy. I don't know why I've been using the terms bad boy lately. Alright, so we finally got together our lines and whatnot, and hopefully this game will start running more smoothly. There we go. So now we have our wonderful little locomotive with 4 carts here, and it's not going to do a full load of construction material, quite simply because it can't pick up a full load. So this man is going to drive over all the way over to our plant. Okay, so our locomotive is at our plant. It picked up a few materials. I'm going to let it just kind of run by itself. I'm not going to have it stay there for much longer. But right now it picked up 4 materials from the plant. So it's going to start processing a little bit more. And essentially it's going to go a pretty far way to actually make its way to Montgomery. But it is our start to our expansion of this region. Okay, so I just messed up. And I'll explain to you why. I picked the state carts which had only 7 capacity. So that was a lot of money wasted because this train moves 62 miles an hour. These carts only move like 30 something. So I have to send it back to the depot and hopefully don't put myself in too much debt for that. But essentially what ends up happening, I'll fix that soon. Essentially what ends up happening is it gets dropped off over here. And I think most of it comes here. Yeah, so most of it's going to end up getting delivered from this depot over to our industrial zone over here. So let me go fix that issue. Alright, so I just modified this train and now it's really moving. To say the very least. It is moving at... It's already going above 31 miles an hour, which it was at before. So hopefully that saves us money. Now, the whole idea is just to be able to ship out all this product now, which is probably going to be the hardest part of all this. So we have to try to figure out how to make sure we're maximizing our profit without having to expand early on, because otherwise we're just going to lose money. So as of right now, we are making money on every line except for the Montgomery ones that we just added. Unfortunately, the construction transport line for the train is probably the most expensive as of right now. Now another good thing is that with this station here, we actually have this vehicle that's going to be creating us some money, which it hasn't yet because it's still learning what's going on over here. So let's just speed you up and you'll be making some money. I can't move anywhere right now. Like, my money is kind of at a standstill. I would have to pull out a whole nother loan, but even then I have to kind of produce something. I have to produce the growth in order for myself to earn more money, which is the unfortunate part. I could do something here. and I don't know if this would work either, to be completely honest with you. I can run the risk of making this a passenger station, but also having it connect from one place to another. What do I mean by that? I mean like a passenger train that comes from here to down here, and then all the way back to Belové. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think that's exactly what I'm going to have to do if I want to be profitable. So if I can figure this, add my passenger side on this whenever I have the money, and then I can bring it all the way here, passenger train all the way through, and hope for the best, really. But as of right now, this money is going back and forth all the time, so every time I try to build a railway, it ends up just going back down again. Okay, so welcome back. Nothing too much has happened, except for I got the railroad done, and I'll show you what that looks like. So as of right now, we are profitable on every single line, which is a plus, except for our own construction line for Montgomery. However, if we go down to Montgomery, we'll actually see that we are increasing at a nearly 100% increase. And we remember at the beginning of the video where we had just less than 70 residents, I believe. We now have just about 110. And I think in the game it's only been about a year or two. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. But it wasn't that long. Like, for me, it wasn't that long. So that's a plus. Very good. So that being said, I'm just waiting for it to increase. Our job supply rate, or I mean like our construction jobs, we had just around 20, and now we have 32. So more is coming through the train. That's a plus. Our little delivery line right here is profitable, which, I mean, makes me feel better at least. But let's show you the railway now. So the whole railroad line, and ooh, I'm wondering if I need another truck for this line. So the railroad line, Port St. Lucie is doing really well, by the way. The railroad line has a nice little station right here, which is connected to this bus stop. So it'll get very busy, even more money, because people are going to take the bus now. It's going to come up. Actually, I forgot to add my transfer track in. I need to add a transfer track into this. How? I have no idea. But something like that. Can you fit? Oh, it does fit. Okay, cool. So that's going to be our transfer track. So we can get it from the depot. See my strategic planning that I was talking about? That's part of it. I'm just really proud of that. Sorry. So we come all the way down here, and unfortunately we have to cut in front of the other train. Hopefully it doesn't happen at a time where it's very busy. So it's gonna follow all the way down here, and it comes into the left side of the station. Now, I am so sorry, this looks so stupid, but it's temporary. Has to be temporary. We don't have enough money to make it look not temporary. So it comes straight into here, and our little passenger station is right here next to our cargo station. Once again, temporary. Because this is going to probably be our main hub, because it's in the center of the whole map. Have it come down here, all the way over to Belové. There we go. I don't know if I still pronounced that right, but we're going to pretend like we do. Only thing that I need to get down is the public transportation here, so residents can actually move up to our terminal, which would be very helpful for them. That being said, we need public transportation in both Belové and Montgomery. It's necessary, very necessary, in order to ensure that we make money. Alright, so the decision-making process has come. I think I want to grab an Atlantic 442, and I think I want some six-wheel of these guys, because they're the only passenger car that's available now. Oh, I thought the other one was still available. That's not going to be fun. So we're going to pull these guys, which are very heavy. So we're going to add one of those, and I'm thinking 3 of these, which is 6.5 million. Can I even take a loan out for 6.5 million? That is the question. Okay, I can do it. I may go into debt this episode, and I don't want to, but it may happen. Let's buy that guy, and we're going to get this line set up. Okay, so we finally have this engine. It's actually going pretty quick already. Perfectly fine with that. Now, the whole idea now is that it's going to have to pick up people. So there better be people at these train stations. I'm telling you this much. Because if I don't get at least 30 people per trip, it's going to be a very big issue. I mean, like, there's already 3 at that station, so I guess that's a plus. So we're going to monitor this for a while. Hopefully we don't lose all our money. That's all I can really say. It's really going to stink if we do. Alright, so we just got 2 new vehicles. We got the Benz trucks. We got 2 of them. So I don't know what they're supposed to do. But there we go. We got 2 new trucks. So hopefully we can replace vehicles along the line down the road. Montgomery has more transportation. Unfortunately, there's 26 people waiting there. Ooh, they're gonna have to wait a little bit. But we're gonna get them another vehicle so they can get moving. So we have another vehicle for them. Hopefully they can get themselves situated. And oh my god, here we go again. Just like in the other episode. We're gonna have like 60 plus people waiting at one bus stop, which is outrageous. So this guy is actually gonna get 2 new vehicles. So congratulations, you are getting 2 new vehicles whenever I can buy them for you. Okay, long story short, pull out another loan. We now have 4 vehicles for passenger line in Port St. Lucie. And Montgomery, we now have 3 vehicles going around in circles. And in Bellevue, or Bellevue, whatever, we have 4 vehicles in now, or 3? 4. We have 4 vehicles in there now. Hopefully it's going to help out. Hopefully we can get more people around. At each station there's at least 20 people waiting, which is a very good positive. Is this line even making money right now? We're actually starting to make money off of our jobs in Montgomery. I'm happy about that. Actually, they need another vehicle as well. We need to make sure you're transporting enough as well. Actually, what is it, 6 versus 7, and increasing the speed limit for them. We actually may upgrade their vehicle. This is going to be our first upgraded vehicle in this series. Let's upgrade you. Manage vehicle. And before you stop there, I want to pause the game so I can replace you. So that's interesting. We can have the canopied one, which carries 7, versus this one, which carries 8. But it's a specified cargo. But the specified one's going to cost me slightly more. But it's going to carry an extra one. So I think I'm going to replace that. And hopefully that guy moves faster throughout town, which is fine by me. Hopefully that he can carry his load properly. Which means I can also replace all these steam vehicles later on. Alright, so let's do our recap for the video. Our recap. We now have almost 400 residents here. We are at a 120% increase. Our emissions aren't doing so well, but that is something we can fix down the road when we actually have money. And I guess we have another boat, which we don't have much water here, but essentially we have so many people waiting all over the place. It's great. We can figure out that whole line stuff. We can figure out the transportation around town. Very simple. Next video project. In Montgomery, we are just basically hitting our target price for our construction material. Perfect. Plenty of people waiting here. 130 residents versus 70 at the beginning of the video. It was just around 70. So that's basically almost twice as much from when we first started off. That's awesome. And down by Bellevue or Bellevue, whatever you want to call it, we are doing pretty good here as well. We can fix this transportation line up too because it's a weird circle. It's like a weird triangle. Not very efficient. We can fix that. Awesome. 30% increase here. They're not getting any material. All we're doing is moving people. And that's a pretty good growth for just destinations. Unfortunately, our emissions aren't great because of all the vehicles driving around downtown. However, that is a great start or a great ending to this video for something that I thought we were going to basically lose all our money in. A good way to end off this video is we're going to put down our headquarters. And as much as I wanted this to be our main transportation hub in Montgomery, this is where we started off. And it is the most beautiful place as of right now. So let's throw in our building. I think we're just going to throw it in right here. Our transportation headquarters is now upon us. Very poor looking building, but better to have a headquarters than not. Thank you for joining me in this video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Join our Discord as well. And guess what? Let me know that you did both of those things and you can get a free shout out in the next few videos. Please like this video to help support out the channel. I'd highly appreciate it. I am a startup YouTube channel. And if you have any suggestions, comments, concerns, or anything like that, throw them down below, and I'll be sure to review those. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.